But that's the whole tragic point, my friend.
You know, when you look like money, it just invites it. You're in new school, Church Chizzle.
And to know once again.
I don't know if you know, but like that night was monumentally epic, and like it was a lot of firsts at that. You know, I mean, I was still kind of fairly new at the time or whatever, but I mean, I remember I brought Jelly Two Fly out to do a set that night, do a little freestyle or whatever, and look where she went. She's taking off like a rocket. The beautiful Honey Cocaine was in the building. I think that was actually the first time that we actually got to get acquainted. And like, ever since then, that's like my nigga right there. You know, she's one of the realest niggas I know. You know what I mean? So I got to actually build with her from then. And that's already, how long ago was that? I mean, that was definitely a beautiful event. The energy, that was just like one of the things that started this whole change in terms of Toronto. Cause I mean, before all that, like, they used to call us the hater city, the screwface capital, you know? And like, now there's a lot more support, a lot more unity, a lot of that kind of stuff going around. So it's just like, that was one of the instruments that started to like influence the change, you feel me? And like, I just posted that, I just tweeted that maybe 7 days ago we dropped I'm Coming 3 years ago. That shit came out like January like 2011, so 3 years now. Holy, time flies. That's a good question. I mean, like, when I started, it was a lot that had to do with my management. You know, shout out D-Lo. And he kind of got me involved with this whole music thing. And we did the I'm Coming video. We did Rap City, and I guess I still wasn't taking it as serious at the time, but once we started to do more, put out more music, do a couple more shows or whatever, I seen that Toronto, my city, was just like rocking with me. And the energy at the time, it was unseen because they weren't really flexing with a lot of people from the city, you know? So the fact that they were showing love to begin with, I was like, yo, this is crazy, this is monumental. So that just made me, you know, want to take it a little more serious. Well, 2014 is a different year, I could say that, because you know I'm free now, so I want to do a lot of traveling. I want to get 2 to 3 projects out, whether they're albums, mixtapes, and whatnot. I want to collaborate a lot more. I haven't really collaborated as much as I wanted to, just because I was trying to find myself the whole time, you know, so I had to go through a lot. I had to do a lot of growing, you know, but yeah, I want to definitely work with a lot of people, especially outside of the city, outside the country, you know, and just see the world. That's the biggest thing. Gotta do some traveling. The groupie love video, man, like, that's crazy, like. My manager, he called me and he's like, you want to go to Cuba? I was just like, Cuba, eh? Never been, let's go. I'm like, are you working if we down there? He's like, of course we're working. So we went down there. We shot this groupie love video. I was chilling with this dance group. We were on the Barrel Star Resort. And this dance group that was like performing and entertaining for us every night. So I was kicking it with them and I was like, I wonder if I could get a couple of these girls in the video and whatnot. So I hollered at them, I reached out. They were super excited, you know? So I was just like, I'm not even explaining to them what the song's about. We gonna rock with it, you feel me? And like, yeah, we did that. That was Cayo Coco. I was eating lobster on the beach next to the ocean where you can see the fishies. It was amazing. I wish I was there right now, as a matter of fact. Well, in terms of like me physically, a lot of people know my situation, so I've been very Toronto based up until this point. But in terms of like the music, I mean, I'm getting love from all across the world now. It's just like amazing. Like They say they're playing me in France and they're playing me in Australia. Somebody told me they were from Georgia. Where else did we hear? It was crazy. It's just like people are playing me in Russia. It was too many places to name, so it's just like the fact that it's even getting outside of the country is crazy. You know, like we know we got people in the States listening and whatnot, but to get to Europe, France, all that stuff, that's crazy. Got my homie C-Flows. I mean, Michael Maze. If you guys haven't heard Michael Maze yet, go listen to this guy's voice. It's amazing. I mean, Jelly Two Fly, Adam Bomb. On the new tape, oh my goodness, we got Rich Kid. I mean, I got a joint with Blake Carrington. I even got a record for Mayhem. I mean, been doing some work. I got a track with Infu, Black of the Dawn, Dusty Wallace, Messiah, Timmy Tats, a lot of people, you know. But it's a Toronto thing, you know, from time. A lot of reasons, actually, I mean, everybody, first thing you're gonna want to do is shoot your video in like the newest car or whatever the case might be. But how many people are really thinking about showing off their city and like showcasing their main form of transportation? So I was like, man, if I could be the first to do anything, I'm gonna do it. Plus, it was like, shout out Much Music, you know, they helped out with that video too. D-Dash, D-Lo, always helping out. Ruiz, always helping out. I mean, the next thing about that video too is like, the new trains in Toronto had just came out. So I was just like, a lot of people now, they're driving, they're not even taking the trains no more. So if I do this video now, or 2 years later, 2 years before, whatever, people who are driving, they haven't seen these trains anyway, so this is gonna always be new. And it's just like, even up until this day, I think it's already like a year ago, but that video is still climbing. And if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check it out. City on My Feet 2.0. I mean, old influences, I got a lot. I mean, I got a lot of Jay-Z in my past. I got Biggie, Method Man. Got a lot. I used to listen to a lot of Cassidy. But new artists. I don't really listen to too many artists. I just listen to stay current. Know who's out there doing their thing, who deserves some credit. But if I do really mess with any new artists, I say Wiz, man. I bump a lot of Wiz. I'm a smoker. Anybody knows me, I'm a smoker. So it's just like, we always on that same wavelength. I can bump that Wiz. When all the good stuff starts to happen, you just want to appreciate what you have and what you can do, your abilities, your potential, and all the people that rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I learned a lot, and it's just like, I feel that I'm going to apply all of this and just get better. So I'm still buckled in, about to enjoy this ride, you know? That 4:16 a.m. is on the way. Basically what it is just like, it's the start of a new day in terms of Toronto, you know, that Toronto sound. And it's like, I'll say this project is very Toronto oriented, where there's no features of any artists outside of my city. You know what I mean? Before I decide to indulge in the rest of the world, I'm gonna put on for like, or at least I'll make sure I give some opportunity to listen to what we can do over here, you know? It's crazy, man. I dropped the first single, which was Groupie Love, which we shot in Cuba, like I said. The second single has the homie C-Flows on it, and he's just, if you don't know about C-Flows yet, go check him out. I mean, he messing with Juicy J and all this shit, like, he's climbing. And the third single on it, Don't Know Me Like That, Trinity Chris, Church Chizzle. We trying to shoot this video in Jamaica. Hopefully in March we out in Jamaica again. It's done like 4:16 a.m. Stay. If you was with me from day one, you know what I got to offer. So just think about it like this. I'm getting a lot better. I'm getting a lot more creative, and like I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I've always been so hungry. You feel me? But don't worry. Just stay with me. Enjoy the ride. I mean, I don't ever look at myself as a battle rapper. I know some people might hate to hear that or whatever, but like I might have tricked a couple people doing the whole Much Music Rap City freestyle battles and getting retired as a champion or whatnot. But like, to be honest, I just looked at the whole Much Music Rap City thing as an opportunity to get seen at the time. So they're like, oh, you got to battle some people. So I was just like, whatever. You know, I was fresh out of jail those times, to be honest. So I was just like, why not? You know, you can use the exposure. It just so happens that I went on and I won or whatever. But I try to tell people, I'm like, I got so much more to offer than just battling people. So even with, in terms of like my first two mixtapes, to go to Church 1 and go to Church 2, it's very freestyle oriented in terms of anyone who's seen me on Rap City, this is what else I can do. But now I feel like I'm at a point where it's just music. I want to make music, and I feel like I'm so creative, and I don't want to have to limit myself to being a battle rapper. And I don't discredit battle rappers because that's one of the hardest things to do. You know what I mean? And the people who do it and do it well are amazing. Man, I fuck with KOTD and all this other type of shit. You feel me? Shout out my dude Organic. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to be considered an artist. Put it like that. That's a good question. If I could pick a name off the top, in terms of Toronto, I like to battle Camouflage. Genghis Khan. I battle Genghis Khan. I feel like if we were to do a battle, it would draw a nice crowd and people would love to see that shit. Maybe like KOTD or something like that. You know me, I'm always up for a challenge, so you gotta give me someone who does their thing, you know? I am the maker of rules. I mean, you already know what it is. You guys been here day one, man. You guys are rocking with Pricey Visions, FCE. You know what it is. My blood brother. We've been working, and it's funny because like we still climbing, we still doing it. It's just like just getting to see all the work, amazing. Shout out Pricey Vision. Prices, I see you, my God, Polo. You already know what it is. Day one. Leader of the new school, Young CH at Church Chizzle on everything. Church.